TJ Watt's gradual return to the Pittsburgh Steelers practice field on Wednesday marked an important and cautiously optimistic development for a franchise that is once again positioning itself for a deep postseason run. According to Pro Football Talk, Watt was a limited participant during the session, his first time practicing since suffering a frightening and unusual injury earlier this month that resulted in a partially collapsed lung. The injury forced Watt to miss 2 consecutive games, raising significant concern both inside the Steelers organization and among fans who have come to view the all-pro pass rusher as the heartbeat of the defense. While Watt's participation was limited, the very fact that he was able to return to practice at all represents meaningful progress in his recovery. Lung injuries are rare in football, particularly those connected to a dry needling treatment, and the initial news surrounding Watt's condition understandably caused alarm. His absence was immediately felt on the field, as Pittsburgh had to adjust its defensive scheme without one of the most disruptive edge rushers in NFL history. Still, the Steelers managed to remain atop the AFC North during his absence, a testament to their depth, resilience, and ability to grind out wins even without their most impactful defensive weapon. Watt's road back to the field has been carefully managed, and the Steelers have shown no inclination to rush the process. The organization has long prioritized player health, especially when it comes to cornerstone stars who define the team's identity. Watt fits that description as well as anyone in the league. Since being drafted by Pittsburgh, he has not only produced at an elite level statistically, but he has also embodied the physical, relentless, and disciplined style of defense that has defined the Steelers for generations. Before the injury, Watt was once again putting together an outstanding season. Through 13 games in 2025, he recorded 53 total tackles, 10 tackles for loss, 7 sacks, 7 pass deflections, 1 interception, 3 forced fumbles, and 2 fumble recoveries. While those numbers may not fully reflect his impact, they underscore his ability to influence games in multiple ways. Offensive coordinators consistently design entire game plans around limiting Watt's damage, yet he continues to find ways to disrupt plays, pressure quarterbacks, and swing momentum in Pittsburgh's favor. Even when Watt does not show up prominently in the box score, his presence alters how opposing offenses operate. Quarterbacks are forced to get rid of the ball earlier than planned, running backs hesitate when approaching his side of the line, and protections are shifted to account for his explosiveness off the edge. The ripple effect benefits the entire defense, creating opportunities for teammates to make plays that might not exist otherwise. Watt's dominance is not a recent phenomenon. In 2024, he recorded 11.5 sacks and 19 tackles for loss across 17 regular season games, once again cementing his status as one of the league's premier defensive players. That performance earned him a 7th consecutive Pro Bowl selection and a spot on the All-Pro Second Team, the second time he has received that particular honor. Few players in NFL history have matched that level of consistency over such a sustained period, particularly at a position that demands both physical punishment and relentless effort. Now in his 9th season with the Steelers, Watt has spent his entire career in Pittsburgh, a rarity in the modern NFL. His longevity with the franchise speaks not only to his production, but also to the mutual commitment between player and organization. That relationship was reinforced recently when Watt signed a massive 3-year, $123 million contract extension, which included an astonishing $108 million fully guaranteed at the time of signing. The deal made him one of the highest-paid defensive players in league history and reflected how essential he is to the Steelers' present and future. Despite Watt's absence over the past 2 games, Pittsburgh has continued to find ways to win. He did not play in the Week 15 home victory over the Miami Dolphins, a 28-15 win that showcased the team's ability to lean on disciplined defense and timely offense. He also missed the matchup against the Detroit Lions, another contest in which the Steelers had to adjust without their defensive leader. Those games tested the depth of Pittsburgh's roster and highlighted the importance of complementary football as the regular season winds down. At 9-6 and sitting in first place in the AFC North, the Steelers are on the brink of clinching the division title. With just 2 games remaining in the regular season, Pittsburgh needs only one more win to secure the AFC North crown. Doing so would not only guarantee a playoff berth, but would also position the team favorably in terms of seeding and momentum heading into January. The potential return of Watt, even in a limited capacity, could provide a significant boost as the stakes rise. Head coach Mike Tomlin, however, has remained characteristically cautious and transparent when discussing Watt's status. Speaking last week, Tomlin acknowledged that he did not even know whether Watt had returned to the team facility at that point, emphasizing the uncertainty surrounding the recovery timeline. "I don't know if he's been in the facility yet, because I've been in the dark room in the back," Tomlin said. "He might be in the facility as we speak, and so I don't have a lot of the answers to that, and I was just trying to be transparent when I said I didn't have any new information as I stood here today." Tomlin's comments reflected both the seriousness of the injury and the organization's cautious approach. Rather than speculating or offering false certainty, the Steelers have opted to provide updates only when concrete progress is made. Watt's limited participation on Wednesday represents one of those tangible steps forward. Earlier this month, Watt's brother, former NFL superstar J.J. Watt, shared a critical update that clarified the nature of the injury and the medical response. In a post on X, formerly known as Twitter, J.J. Watt revealed that his brother had undergone successful surgery to address the partially collapsed lung. Yesterday, T.J. had successful surgery to stabilize and repair a partially collapsed lung suffered Wednesday after a dry needling treatment session at the facility, J.J. Watt wrote. Recovery timeline is still TBD, but all went well and he is being released from the hospital today. He and his family are very appreciative of everyone's kind words and well wishes. The update provided reassurance that the procedure went smoothly, but it also underscored the uncertainty surrounding Watt's return. Lung injuries are unpredictable, and recovery timelines can vary widely depending on how the body responds. That reality makes Watt's return to practice all the more encouraging, even if it does not guarantee an immediate return to game action. For the Steelers, the ultimate goal is ensuring Watt is healthy and effective when it matters most. Rushing him back for a regular season game would make little sense if it jeopardized his availability or performance in the playoffs. Pittsburgh has learned hard lessons in past seasons about the cost of entering the postseason without key players at full strength, and there is little doubt that Watt will be handled with extreme care in the coming days. As the Steelers prepare for the final stretch of the regular season, Watt's progress will remain one of the most closely watched storylines in the NFL. His presence has the potential to elevate an already formidable defense and give Pittsburgh the kind of edge that championship teams rely upon in critical moments. While there is still no definitive timeline for his return to game action, the sight of number 90 back on the practice field offers hope that the Steelers' defensive cornerstone will be ready when the stakes are highest. For now, Watt's limited participation represents exactly what the Steelers need at this stage of the season: progress without pressure, optimism without recklessness, and the possibility that one of the league's most dominant defenders will soon reclaim his place at the center of Pittsburgh's pursuit of another AFC North title and a deep playoff run. Comment if you think T.J. Watt could return to the field soon. Thanks for watching and see you soon.